former professional trove of boxing. Very soft-spoken, warm-hearted, nice young, smiling warmly.
Victories and knockouts.
Touch up.
Weight class.
Got Vazquez reaching. Every time that Vazquez is starting to go in, Gonzales is
moving to his left, sticking the jab. Then maybe Gonzales has the advantage. He's so much longer. Left hook grazes. Vazquez starts.
Block that left hook. Punching power, Vazquez.
Now back.
Straight. You can see how good he's going to lure him in to an opening.
That's a more difficult.
At this stage, going to get to
Gonzales is unique.
Well, at this point, he might get his rhythm together.
Well, you've worked with Suarez before.
Together with Nassim.
Locale from which he comes. Eastern European fighters are boxer punchers now. Mexican sorts of germination in this.
That's correct. Press conference, Milton will leave all of the Mexicans. He saw that. He was surprised to see no big guys.
Yeah, these are all little guys, Emmanuel, right?
Yeah, I say, what's good? What's the welterweight?
Seemed to be preeminent.
Keeping every other.
Creates range.
Yep, and he's
dying skill in the
surprise with it at how easy he is. He's going to make this an easy fight.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Vazquez can maintain envelope and keep trying. Things have come so easily recently for Israel Vazquez that a hard fight will be a whole new experience.
The fire of the first fight. Gonzales, the taller.
Good left hook inside by Gonzales. The jab keeps Gonzales still getting the best of it well into round.
Right here.
Well, if you're as tall as Gonzales, you know how to box and you can take a punch. They're awfully difficult to.
I don't even punch in pretty.
Step inside his jab and the time. Vazquez. Now Vazquez trying to double up.
But he couldn't get a rhythm. Once he landed at one jab or so, Gonzales went right back. He never.
Well, let's take a look at the neck.
Together, he may land one, and that's about it. But Gonzales.
Long-armed Oscar Lario here, and he said yes, he's a better defender.
And he's using this range. A lot of guys be tall, but they bend down and they don't use their range. He uses range even when he shoots his punch still with a distance.
One of them jabs, land, and he fight at any moment.
With one punch. And that's pretty much, I don't think he's going to be able to.
I think his best punch is his uppercut. He's been nowhere near close enough to throw.
Here is sitting back and enjoying it, just a sparring session.
Hard right away, just a little short. That's the length of Gonzales, which so far has been a big factor in the fight. Training camp, 3 rounds.
Looks.
Began. Leads with a left hook. Vazquez has nothing with which to answer.
Nope.
Welt outside the right eye is beginning to swell. It looks like a blood blister.
That's what it is.
Nose, and that was there. That happened toward the end of round 2.
But Vazquez has not been able to figure out how to deal with this style tonight.
And the blood blister outside his right eye is nice.
What it is too. Right here you see a jab and a right hand, but I don't.
3 total punches per round. So Gonzales is averaging 11 more jabs per round and total punches for Vazquez, who is dumped.
Set up that hook.
He's working the left hand so much that Vazquez is having problems.
Oh, he rocks Gonzales with a big right hand inside.
What Vazquez had left, and he found out.
Absolutely right. Body punches by Gonzales.
I think that Gonzales has got a
lose. Better than Vazquez is handling the distraction of his damaged right eye.
Gets the long arms in the style of Gonzales.
Hand by Gonzales. Vazquez lands another left hook. Gonzales with the right across the top. I'm obviously distracted by Vazquez, who's been sailing himself in adversity.
Gonzales is a hand-up
machine
boxer, puncher.
Yeah,
great 4-punch combination by Gonzales there. That's a shot. 2 fighters. Mexico, once a hotbed, gave no quarter and didn't mind taking punishment to give a match.
They wasn't Mexican.
Well,
Vazquez nation.
I think he hasn't invested enough in trying to go to the body against a taller opponent.
You see, the left hand has been having Vazquez so confused from mainly jab, see, because he was looking for a jab to come instead.
Above the temple on the top of the head, and it's amazing how many times.
And then Vazquez coming, now it's a chance that he got to land a punch because Gonzales.
Only 4 rounds. That's nearly 30.
Pretty accurate to his.
Telling Israel Vazquez, he's got to jab his way in.
No, he's with a good box. Well, you have to be careful. You find a way to get in, and then you forget and get caught yourself.
Left hook. with the length and the range. It needs to find Freddie Rose. That easily done.
Whole night.
That's Gonzales. Marco Antonio Barrera's nose bled. Rematch comes up. Barrera won that fight. Left.
Gonzales is not just tasting his down so heavily that but it seems not to deter him at all.
No, it's affected his breathing, but it hasn't really affected his fighting. And a nosebleed sometimes is very difficult to stop. You can stop an eye cut better than a nosebleed sometimes.
This round, but whether he wins it or not is another story.
Combination.
Body or streak.
Oh, good body shot by Gonzales. In the fourth round, indicating his scorecard. That will happen at the beginning of.
You see is what you're going to get.
So far.
Harold needs his minute in the spotlight.
Doesn't he, though? Would prefer that you. But Harold has his fighting a near perfect fight.
And not punching. Vazquez lands a punch, getting his confidence up.
Is just 26 years old. Just this fight keeps going the way of a fighter who's going to be around, his presence known. Fights people is another matter.
You know, I've always thought that Dwayne Wade's misplaced 8 does the same thing for him.
Why a fight, and it's one-sided, no matter what kind of skills in comparison to Barrios and Guzman.
We are to Israel Vazquez moving up from 100. Brilliant performance. Burgundy trunks. Earlier, Joan Guzman of Dominican Republic beat Jorge Barrios of Argentina by decision. There's a beautiful left hook and the second knockdown of the fight. And second time.
Physically so much.
This is what's been one of the problems, because he cannot tell whether Gonzales is going to throw a jab or a hook. He's been really.
That was a perfect example. Hooking off the jab.
Yeah, he put between the gloves instead.
Brilliant. Completely dominated Israel Vazquez. Jabbing, boxing skill, left hook, couple of power punches that means some hasn't gotten much done. Harold.
Look at Jim, 6-0. Jhonny Gonzales. Jim, I talk about ring generalship all the time. This is beautiful ring generalship. He keeps it at the end of that jab, perfect distance, works off the jab sets up the left hooks and the straight right hands. 6.
And Gonzales looks like he really wants to finish this in sensational style. Is that a mistake?
No, I think no. He's landed enough punches. He can gamble.
Solid shots.
That's what's been so good. He'll come right back to keep Vazquez from.
Show for his efforts all night, and that's Gonzales' bloody nose. Keep coming, and Gonzales
fighting a very good fight, keeping a good tempo. He never let this.
Momentarily knock Gonzales off.
Finally, the question here is that got the kind of be willing to sell out. Far behind, he needs a knockout.
I believe his facial expression. He's never lost his determination.
I agree. I think he's going to go out on his shield.
Good right hand. There it is.
Knocks Gonzales down with a right hand.
Yep.
Well, I think we told you he wouldn't win.
Great right hand.
Of the fight.
And Gonzales may really be hurt here.
He's in trouble.
Well, I'd say just clinch. Don't trade punches while you're hurt like this.
Kenny Bayless doesn't have his legs back yet. Vazquez still looking for another big shot. Gonzales starts to throw again.
Now.
Left in the round. Vazquez searching and searching. Gonzales professionally makes it out of the.
What we can see here was basically Gonzales got too close. When you're trying to throw a short punch at a short distance, Vazquez with the shorter hands was more accurate. Gonzales has to have room. He has a loop in his shots. And it was simply just a case of being too close.
You get close to Israel 36, Gonzales 18 out of 38.
Vazquez. Suddenly he came out thinking, I got.
But I think both guys have a lot of confidence. He's going to try to pick it back up where he left off.
I think the next 5 rounds. And you're right. And Gonzales doesn't have the same
fighter. He's got to get back. He's fighting a little too close now.
And there's another knock that nope. Kenny Bayless is going to say.
I didn't see what happened there sitting at. But I don't think Gonzales would have gone down if Vazquez that
a good body shot and a push.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a 50.
because you're not hit, that's one thing. But if you go down,
Gonzales is fighting to let him get too close now.
Gonzales has knocked Vazquez down twice and has won the round. Vazquez has knocked Gonzales down once in the last round. Knockdown. Israel Vazquez now, as he searches for another opportunity to...
And he's trying to take control of the
Good
fight.
left hook by Vazquez. Jab now.
But he's taking control of the fight again.
He's starting to let his punches go again.
Yeah,
when he lets his hands go, he puts Vazquez on the defense.
Pretty good himself, too.
Good right hand by...
Seriously, he's come back and won.
Well, I don't think decision at this point. If he is, he's out of his mind. Him to win rounds. Try to find more chances to hurt Gonzales. Now that was what was ruled not a knockdown, and his connect percentage up to 41% on the power shots. That's much higher than before. Gonzales, 95 out of 209 in power shots, 45%. Jabs per round has dropped to 67, but that's still quite extraordinary, throwing 67 jabs per round. At one point earlier in the fight, he was throwing 80 jabs per round. 2/3 of the way through the fight. Touches on what would be a rousing decision victory, or so it would appear. And Vazquez looking for a knockout, lands a big left hook and hurts Gonzales. Not that bad. Flow again, liberally.
Real strong with the punch of power. But the thing about it is you have to watch. Gonzales still punches with pretty good power.
Yeah, and keeps Vazquez on the defensive and now loses his balance.
Vazquez, Gonzales is still a gang coordination and strength, but still he's just so busy all the time.
Throughout his fight with Julio Cesar Chavez, we were later told
bleeding in the mouth, whereas for the most part, Gonzales is bleeding at the nose.
Mouth was inside his mouth and was going straight down his nose.
Gonzales is fighting with his mouth open to get breath.
Got right hand that could have done some damage.
Well, you can
look at the uppercut that.
And he better watch it. Don't get caught by himself, because still himself.
No.
And Vazquez, if you don't watch.
Well, no pain, no gain. He's got to take those chances now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's won this round with big shots, that's for sure. But winning rounds isn't going to help him much now. Trying to get a knockout and hurt. Solid left hooks, 45 jabs, as Gonzales still hangs in the balance with 3.
8 rounds. Let's see. We got it 7 rounds to 2. 87, 81, Jhonny Gonzales. Jim, the one thing that'll kill this fight is if the judges score bloody, and a lot of times the judges see the blood, they start scoring rounds for Vazquez, then he's not winning the fight. He definitely won round hook and the straight right hand off the jab.
Between rounds, Gonzales had his mouthpiece out in the corner and was licking the, urging him, we'll wipe it. But it's Vazquez's face is a swollen mass. His nose may be broken up around the bridge. There's a
doing an excellent. That was a hard blow below the belt, and only one more would initiate a deduction.
Good left hook by Vazquez, and he's wobbled Gonzales again, and there's the second knockdown that Vazquez scores of Gonzales, and Gonzales doesn't look good.
No. Physically, the strength is taking its toll.
They're waving the flag in Johnny's corner.
Why are they doing
Vazquez
that?
has won the fight. They're throwing in the towel in Jhonny Gonzales.
Yeah, but you can see what's very weak, I could kind of see it to some degree why Suarez maybe stop.
As the count takes place, Vazquez spots the fact that Gonzales' corner. Kenny Bayless turns his back, and now Vazquez yells, look, they want to stop it. And there's the white. The jab numbers will be ultimately made.